Welcome to Broken Tusk Rising, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play in the Galarian campaign setting. We're playing through the Quest for the Frozen Flame adventure path.
I'm Jessica, and I'm playing Zancath, the halfling fighter.
This is Josh, and I'm playing Corgo, the human barbarian.
I'm Ashley, and I play Aklep the Druid, a former member of the Burning Mammoth.
Last time on Broken Tusk Rising, the scouts left the Calamity Caves, leveled up, and began exploring Lost Mammoth Valley. We're back to Hexploration, but this time, you can go anywhere you want, and you don't have a horde of angry warriors hot on your heels. Now, some notes about Hexploration and a bit of retconning. I haven't been carefully tracking the dates as well as I should have been, but I've reconstructed them, and I think you left the caves on the 6th of Serenith. You began following a trail through the mountains, lost the trail, and then found it again. You also found a hunting blind and then a hut, and you inferred that they probably belonged to Vare, the halfling former crusader. That didn't stop you from taking a specialized snare kit from the hunting blind. You've been traveling through the mountains, and those mountains are greater difficult terrain. That means I should have slowed you down some. Each hex should take 3 days to traverse and 3 days to reconnoiter, but you've also been following a trail for a lot of it, so I'm actually going to reduce that to 2 days to traverse, but it still takes 3 days to reconnoiter the hex. To remind everyone, reconnoitering means you find the interesting things in the hex, if there are any, or at least you have a chance to do that. If there are obvious things, you find them without a perception check. If there are hidden things, you find them with a perception check. And I will roll those secret perception checks. That means it is currently the 12th of Serenith, and your 3rd day reconnoitering this hex. So we're back at the campsite. There's a wooden hut on the lightly forested mountainside, a fire pit, and a half-butchered ram. And as you begin poking around, you hear that familiar voice. You again? What do you want? The familiar halfling crusader steps out from behind a tree with her hand on her sword and looks at you expectantly.
Oh, Vare, we thought this might be yours. We found a blind upon the hill and retrieved some items that we thought we would give you back. Sorry. Didn't realize, weren't certain it was yours. We're exploring. Can you tell us anything about the area that would be helpful to know?
Are you offering her back her snare kit?
I am, yeah.
All right, she takes the snare kit a little cautiously.
We don't use it really, anyway.
Yeah. She takes the snare kit cautiously and sets it inside the door of her hut. And she's still got one hand on her sword. She looks around and says, So, has it been you, then? Were you the ones? Or, doing things?
I'm afraid I'm going to need more information than that. We just arrived. If that is helpful, we just got here, so we haven't really done anything in this area yet.
Vare looks around cautiously and says, It might be better this way, actually. There have been some weird things happening lately. And she gestures toward the campfire, where there are some blocks of wood around it. Have a seat.
I sit.
Aklep will sit too.
Sure.
Okay. She starts working on getting a fire going.
Grifka helps.
Made it out of the caves, I see. Or I don't suppose weird things have been happening to you, have they?
I don't think there's been anything weird as of now. Aklep, Corgo, do you recall anything? It's just been some exploring since we left.
Things like, small, slightly dangerous animals being left dead around your camp? No?
No.
Maybe a pile of berries appears one morning? No? Today someone left a honeycomb?
Well,
Not you.
No, but whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be... it seems benevolent. It seems to be being helpful if it's killing dangerous animals and leaving you food.
Can Aklep do some sort of, religion check? Occultism check? I don't know.
Choose one. go ahead.
We're going to go do a religion check.
Okay.
He rolls a 30.
Woo!
With a 30, this doesn't sound like any sort of religious ceremony or any sort of a religious creature, like a supernatural creature that doesn't sound like, oh yeah, this sort of creature is known for doing this. Although I suppose it could be maybe some sort of nixies or pixies or something. Could be some sort of fey creature. But usually they would play pranks and not leave little gifts around. It's strange.
Could I... I'm not sure which I want to do. Arcana or occultism, they're both the same for me. Do you have suggestions of what I should roll?
Either one.
Okay, they're the same. I'm just going to go Arcana then.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 12. So I rolled a 2. We're starting the day off good.
All right. Good old Zancath rolls. So
yep, we're back.
It doesn't sound like anything magical. It doesn't take something magical to leave things around a camp. Yeah, Vare looks puzzled as well as she's poking at the fire, getting it started. Even weirder, I keep finding piles of bones here and there. Then they're gone a while later. I don't know if it's a bloody stupid prank. And she looks out to the forest and says, "Look, whoever you are, come on out. I don't think these folks will hurt you. I won't promise anything myself, though." And she waits a bit.
Vare, have you noticed footprints around? Perhaps it is somebody moving around. It's not magical.
Well, yes. I saw some strange footprints, but I don't know what to make of them.
Strange how?
They're bony.
Bony?
Bony.
Like a skeleton?
Sure. Or a very slender person.
So like normal foot-shaped, not like just bones, but just
very
skinny.
Bony.
Interesting.
It could be bones, it could just be a very skinny person. Hard to be sure up here in the mountains. Footprints aren't always the clearest. She cuts off a strip of this ram and skewers it and sticks it over the fire. "You've got food if you're hungry. Come on out." She keeps turning the spit.
Just got a secret admirer.
Could I do a sense motive to see if Vare's been on her own for too long?
I was going to do the same with the
Yeah,
medicine
you can
check.
do a perception check, yeah.
See if she's well.
Well, that's a 13. So it's still a 2. Here we are. It's that kind of day.
I mean, it definitely seems like she's been on her own for too long, but you can't tell if that is the problem.
Okay, sure. I'm going to stop rolling.
Did you come across anything weird on your way here?
No, I haven't found anything weird, except for the things left around my camp.
Seems like you made some sort of fae really happy or something.
Oh, I suppose there are worse things.
I mean, I must say that if there are footprints, it seems unlikely to me that it would be a fey creature of any sort.
Fair.
I can't imagine they would need to walk often.
That's a fair point.
Perhaps we could walk around the house, see if we can see any evidence, perhaps find a trail.
Okay. You want to sort of search the area?
I don't. I want somebody else to do it.
Yeah. Oh, we can do that.
All right, so go ahead and give me some secret perception checks.
Secret perception checks. I will remember how to do that. There we go. I did it.
All right. Zancath and Aklep, you find some footprints that do indeed look kind of bony, but they're very scattered. I mean, the ground here is very rocky. You don't make great impressions here in the soil. And they sort of circle around the camp. Every once in a while you spot them. It looks like there's been like a mild effort to cover them up. And Corgo, you discover, as you start looking around, you discover that Vare has finished cooking one of these strips of meat. And she offers it to you, and that's what you find.
Whoa, hey, nice.
Okay.
What is it? Nah, never mind, I don't care.
It's ram,
Oh, yeah, of course.
like a goat. Yeah, so unfortunately, with his natural 1, Corgo loses interest in the search
Yeah.
and gains interest in this freshly cooked meat.
I mean, it's just a person leaving presents around. It's really not a big deal.
Aklep, as you're wandering around, you travel a little bit further from the camp, and you almost stumble on, sort of hidden in a bush, a pile of bones.
Can I tell what kind of creature these bones are from?
Make a medicine check
I have a 31 medicine check.
with
Dang.
a natural 20. These are surely human.
Ooh.
How long have the bones been here?
Well, let's see. They don't look like they've been here in this specific spot for too long. There's also some equipment sort of scattered around with them. There's like a dagger, and there's a pack, and just odds and ends sort of scattered around the area. There's a long stick.
Yeah, Aklep's gonna go through the stuff, see if there's anything good.
Okay,
Hey, leave it alone.
a voice says.
Aklep looks around to find out where the voice is coming from.
Seems to be coming from the general vicinity of that skeleton.
Do we all, are we all close enough to hear
I think Aklep is the only person that hears this.
Okay.
Maybe Grifka.
Is the skeleton physically moving? Or is there a voice of something smaller coming from just around the area?
Well, it hasn't said anything again, so I guess you haven't seen whether the voice requires the skeleton to move or if it's coming from something else.
Okay. Aklep picks up the skull.
Hey, put me down. That's mine.
Does the mouth move when you say that?
Yeah, I think the jaw would have to move every time it talks.
Okay, so the jaw starts moving. And I guess we should introduce our new player,
Yay!
Pavel.
Hello.
Welcome, Pavel.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. Although a bit in pieces.
So you're bringing in the Tales of Bob mascot GM art as a player?
That means I got a cut of all sales, right?
Yes, I think so.
No, it means we sue you for infringing on a trademark.
Oh no.
This skull is in Aklep's hand, and it's wiggling around, mouth moving up and down. And apparently, it says, "Hey, that's mine. Leave it alone."
Aklep looks fairly surprised.
Sure.
I don't think Aklep's ever met a skeleton before that, talked like this. Are you the one leaving presents around this camp?
Yeah. Yep, that's me. I've been leaving them around trying to, kind of befriend her. I don't think it's working, though. Maybe the dead animals thing was, not the best choice.
Yeah. It scared her a little. But
Aklep gently sets the head down.
Thank you.
I'm Aklep. This is Grifka.
There's a bipedal, I guess vaguely humanoid, burning rock standing next to this horribly burned human.
Hello, Aklep. Hello, Grifka. It's nice to meet you. And nice to not be, immediately shot at or hit with a stick.
So you're kind of scattered. Is this like a camouflage or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, it turns out people don't like skeletons. It's always, they always start the running and the screaming and sometimes the attacking. So this is just a good way to hide. I just kind of lay down and, play dead, I guess.
Okay. Were you, brought up by a necromancer?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, good guess, I guess. It's pretty easy to assume that. Yeah, there was a necromancer that, had carried me out here. Well, I did most of the carrying, actually. But, yeah, he raised me from the dead, and I was his, servant, or maybe thrall is a better word. That was my life not my life. That was my, on death for a while.
Where's your necromancer?
Oh, I have no idea. Hopefully far away. He was not a nice person, and I am glad to be rid of him.
Okay.
Hey, can you put in a good word for me with Vare?
Do you have a crush?
No, not like that. No. It's not a romantic thing. I don't think I can even do any of that anymore. Not having skin or organs or a face anymore. No. I'm just looking for friends. It's lonely out here as a skeleton.
Yeah. What's your name?
I'm called Lou Callow. You can call me Lou for short.
I'll tell Vare that Lucalo is friendly.
Yeah, maybe, go easy on the skeleton thing. Kind of work up to it slowly.
Maybe, have you tried a cloak? I wear this cloak.
And grabs back on like the little coyote fur cloak that he's wearing. It's kind of like helps cover some of his burnt body.
Oh, what happened to you? Sorry, that's a personal question. You don't have to answer that. I'm sorry. I don't have skin, so I don't know if that's like a personal thing that people don't like talking about.
I did ask what happened to you, so, yeah, I was burnt. And then, the other guys, Gorgo and Zancat, they found me and they let me join their camp.
Oh, hey, they sound friendly. Do you think? I mean, how'd they feel about me? Having no skin. Is that like a deal breaker situation for them?
I haven't experienced their feelings about that. Well, we can find out.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Aklep will call for Zancath.
All right, Zancath, you've been poking around, and you notice that Aklep is squatted down and is interested in something, and Aklep gestures for you to come over.
Oh, Aklep, did you find something? I haven't found much of anything, honestly.
Yeah. This is Lucalo.
Zancath looks around.
Down here.
There's
Confused.
a pile of bones on the ground and a voice.
It's me.
Nope.
Hi.
Nope. What
Yeah.
is the...
There's always the panic at first. It's okay.
Is the skeleton speaking to me?
Yeah.
The skeleton has a name.
Lucalo.
And I'm right here.
My apologies, Lucalo. This is a new...
You can call me Lou.
Lou, okay. This is a new experience for me, honestly. Usually there's just, moaning and trying to hit me with things, so I'm not haven't really conversed with many skeletons.
This is pretty new for me too. The whole moaning and yelling and attacking, that's usually kind of my experience from my side of things too.
Okay. Huh. Well, this just throws my entire worldview off kilter, but so it is. It's nice to meet you, Lou.
Nice to meet you too.
And he's actually gonna stretch out his hand for a handshake.
So the hand reaches up from the ground for a handshake.
Could I do a sense motive on this skeleton?
Sure. It requires a perception check.
23.
Yeah, this skeleton seems pretty meek and polite, and I guess it's sincere as far as you can tell.
Okay, I'm gonna shake their hand.
All right, it's a bony hand.
Yeah.
Firm handshake or a sort of a soft handshake.
Very vigorous handshake.
Vigorous
Okay.
handshake.
It's nice to meet you, Lou.
It's nice to meet you too.
Lou is responsible for the gifts.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess. I'm Zancath. Yes. So I don't really know where to go next with this.
Lou wants to be friends.
Yeah. It's lonely and dangerous out here as a, solitary skeleton. Nobody likes me.
I imagine it's lonely and dangerous for anyone out here by themselves, skeleton or otherwise.
Lou, how much do you know about this valley?
I mean, a little bit. I've been here all my unlife, I guess. But I still don't know much. Let's see. I know that there's a necromancer around, because that's what raised me, and he came out west looking for some people. He was sent by some guy. What was his name? Ashen something. Let's see. I know there's a dragon flying around. Be careful. Watch for that thing. If you can hide like I do, I recommend that.
Ashen Swall. Is that the...
Yeah, that sounds right.
We've heard of him as well.
Yeah, he's bad news, I think.
You have a unique way of hiding, but for non-skeletons, do you know any great places to hide for us?
Like on a permanent basis, or just, I mean, a bush is a good place. Usually, if the dragon's flying around.
I don't think a bush can hide a mammoth.
You have a mammoth?
We're members of a rather large following, and we're trying to move through the valley and find a way for them to move through safely, without being seen by the dragon.
Oh yeah, no, I think a mammoth, that if I remember correctly, those are pretty big, right?
Yes, they're quite large.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to hide those, unless maybe you cover them with a bunch of moss. Maybe they'll look like small hills. But I think the moving would kind of give the game away immediately.
Not a bad idea. We'll keep that in our back pocket, so to speak. Also, it's possible that your necromancer is dead.
Oh, okay, that's good. I hate that guy.
We found somebody who seemed to be a necromancer who had been killed by large beavers.
Beavers?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I didn't think those were dangerous.
They're very large beavers.
Oh. Let's see. How would you know? How would I know if that was him? Did he? Oh, was there a dead zombie nearby? Because he had a zombie the last time I saw him.
Yes. There was a Mendovian. Is that correct? Mendovian. Thank you. There was a Mendevian warrior with him, crusader.
Was he a living crusader or like a zombie crusader?
He was a zombie. A zombie and a dead zombie. So both dead and zombie, I suppose.
I mean, that does seem like his style. Okay, good, great. One less thing to worry about.
Oh, were you a Mendevian crusader?
I'll be honest with you, I have no idea. My first clear memory is being erased from the dead.
Interesting. That's... I'm sorry. That must be hard.
No, I mean, that was kind of the easy part, you know?
I mean, sure. I guess if you don't remember it, you can't miss it. So,
yeah,
sure.
Exactly. I'm just trying to live my best on life.
Right. No, that's sure. I can respect that, Lou. It's hard around here, and just have to do the best you can.
Exactly. It's easier with some friends around. Or okay, I'm being a little too forward. Maybe just acquaintances, allies, perhaps. We can work up to friendship.
Would you like to meet? We have our friend Corgo, and there's Vare, who lives here, who I assume you are aware of.
Yeah, I've been trying to befriend her, but I've been trying to be, discreet about it. But I think that, the two of you reacted pretty well. I feel like maybe if you two do the introductions, and maybe if they don't see me right away, you'll be okay.
Yes. Let's give it a try. Why don't we go prepare them, and then you can join us.
Okay, I get my stuff. I kind of hide behind a tree, and just give her a little bit of a warning, and give your friend a bit of a warning. I don't want to have a repeat of the whole skeleton throw rocks at it situation. It hurts emotionally.
Aklep nods knowingly.
I imagine it hurts physically as well, so let's try to avoid that.
And then Lou will start picking up all of his stuff. Stands up, grabs the stick off the ground, and grabs the bag.
Are we talking like a medium-sized skeleton? Just curious.
He's human, so
Yeah, he's human size shaped.
Human. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to visualize. Zancath's gonna head back to the fire.
Aklep follows.
And is Lou going with them? Or are you waiting back a bit?
Lou is going to follow at a distance, and he is going to try and keep trees between him and line of sight of the camp. He does not want to get spotted by either Vare or by Corgo before Zancath and Aklep can kind of give him a preamble, introduction, kind of a thing.
Okay. Well, in that case, why don't you give me a stealth check?
Ooh, my first
First roll.
And I know stealth is not one of your better skills, but you might as well try.
It is not. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna click this button, and I hope that's the right thing.
Oh.
Oh.
Oof.
Welcome to the game.
What'd you roll there?
That is a 7.
Woo.
Yeah.
You could hero point that if you really wanted to. You have one hero point.
Better than Zancath's rolls.
Word.
Lou is going to save up his hero point for later.
I get it.
So Zancath and Aklep walk to the camp with Lou trying to keep a discreet distance behind them, hide behind some trees. But he's not very good at it. He seems maybe he's too excited about maybe having some people talk to him, and he keeps peeking out from behind the trees to see if anybody's noticed him yet. And pretty much as soon as Aklep and Zancath get back to the camp, Vare looks in their direction and immediately spots the skeleton head poking around from behind the tree. And she draws her sword and says, "There! Behind you!
Whoa.
Look out."
Nope. Deep breath, it's fine. It's strange, but it's fine.
Aklep has his hands up. Like, don't.
It's an enchanter. He's bewitched you."
I don't
No.
think so.
He's just friendly.
Seems nice. Seems like a nice person. Skeleton. It's
He's your gift lever.
The skeleton's been leaving gifts.
wanted to be friends with you, but was nervous about approaching, which seems fair.
She points her sword at Lou and says, "You, come over closer to the campfire. Closer to the light." Well, I guess it's not dark yet. It's midday. "Come over closer to the camp."
Okay, but see, this is what I was worried about. The whole, weapons raised. Oh no, a skeleton. This is what I was worried about. Hello?
Could we...
"Keep your hands where I can see them."
Vare, could we put the sword away, for the moment at least, and maybe have a conversation before we do any stabbing?
"Fine." She sheathes her sword. She steps back and puts you between her and the skeleton.
Hello? I'm Lou.
I mean, I'm pretty short, so that doesn't seem super effective, but I'm okay with it.
Corgo's huge.
That's true.
And she's a halfling too, right?
Right.
Oh, that's true. So this is Lucalo, Lou, and they're a skeleton, but they seem nice.
I am nice. Hello?
Oh, we'll see about that. So you are you taking this thing in then?
Wow, rude. I'm a person, not a thing.
Yet to be seen, possibly. Lou, this is Corgo and Vare. Corgo is a member of our following. Vare is a person we've ran into a couple of times.
Hello, I know Vare. She doesn't know me, but I know her. Hello? I've been trying to leave you some nice presents before I showed myself.
Vare doesn't say anything. She's just watching cautiously, and she keeps looking back and forth between the three of you, I guess the four of you if you count Grifka, and the skeleton, skeptically.
How's Zancath looks to see how Corgo seems to be dealing with this information.
Corgo looks at Zancath. He stares at Zancath. He looks at her eyes and goes, I don't think the necromancer got her. Bear, I think Zancath hasn't been bewitched or spelled or whatever that stuff works.
I mean, the necromancer was dead when we found him, so if he managed to curse us from beyond the grave, that is quite impressive.
I don't know. I think to be safe, we should smash in its skull.
No, you should definitely not do that. See, that's exactly what I worry about. Every time I meet someone new, it's always smash the skeleton, kill the skeleton. I mean, the best case scenario is they say, run away from the skeleton, and then they run.
I mean, you're walking bones. It's not natural.
So,
You could say a lot of things.
I'm allowed to walk.
A lot of things are unnatural, and, I mean, it does seem that the dead necromancer we found was the one who raised Lou, and, you know, presumably with the necromancer dead, Lou is free to go about their life however they wish.
My unlife.
Their unlife, correct. Sorry, Lou. Thank you.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I feel this, like, urge way deep down to set it on fire. Like, put it right in the fire.
No,
Well, don't do that.
I like him.
He's kind of nice.
I am nice.
He seems very nice, and I honestly get a pretty good vibe off of them. So, you know, I don't know how we travel with a skeleton, but I'm not against the idea.
Shouldn't we be most worried about good vibing skeletons?
Why?
That's gotta be the most evil of magics, right?
I don't think I agree with that, you know, with that opinion.
I mean, Mr. Skeleton, no offense, but you're kind of biased in this situation.
I mean, you got me there.
Okay, question. Would knowing about necromancy be an occultism check or arcana?
I think it'd be religion, actually.
Oh.
Or you could do arcana if you want to think about this, the act, like the magical discipline of raising the dead.
I just want to know if, like, Aklip wants to roll to see if he knows kind of what happens to dead raised by necromancers.
If you want to know about undead, then you'd use religion. If you want to know about the spell casting that led to this situation, then arcana.
Okay, well, it's going to be a really bad arcana check then, because Aklip just wants to know. I want to see if Aklip knows what happens to the undead after their necromancer that summoned them is dead. It's a 4.
Uh-huh.
Another 2.
He knows nothing.
Yeah, it's not really your area. Unlife is unnatural.
I don't know.
Lou, out of curiosity, I don't want to make assumptions. I'm not that knowledgeable about what skeletons look like, honestly. Mr., Mrs., do you have a preference? Neither?
I think I was a man before I died, so I'm just gonna keep going with that.
Okay.
I don't think it matters much now.
No, but just in daily conversation, it would be helpful to know. Thank you.
Vare has been watching this situation and says, "So, your following is heading into the valley, right?"
Mm-hmm.
They are, for the moment, staying in the caves, but we'll send out hunters from the cave. We are looking for ways to move them through the valley, safely, preferably.
Well, I figure if you're so desperate that you'd have this skeleton, then you really do need help.
I don't think it's desperate. I think that, we'll give Lou a chance and see how things go, and if things go badly, we'll deal with it at that point. But it seems wrong to assume that just because he's a skeleton, he is bad. He hasn't attacked us at this point, so we'll just keep an eye on him for a bit.
Well, I'll make you a deal. You help me, and I'll help you.
Help us what?
Well, I'll help out your following. I can help them avoid the Nexus, and some of them can even stay here. If you help me, what do you say?
What do you need help with?
My brother, Elan, was killed by a chimera that lives in a cave on a nearby mountain. I intend to kill it. If you help me, I'll give you my brother's blade, and I'll help out your following. What do you say?
What does Aklip know about chimeras?
Ooh, yeah, make a... Well, let's see here.
Can I just say, by the way, I'm really happy that Aklep was the first one to find Lou, because I think that was a delightful encounter.
I just think Aklep's really happy to not be the only scary-looking person, you know? It's just like, thank goodness.
Make an Arcana or Nature check.
We're going to go with nature for reasons. It's a 27.
Okay, I was gonna... Can I also do an Arcana just to take this from a different angle?
Sure.
16, so probably not much for me.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
Aklep, you know that there are several kinds of chimera, and you're not really sure which kind this one is. They usually have 3 heads, they usually have wings, they usually have some kind of breath weapon, but without more information, you can't get more about this one.
Do you know what kind of chimera?
I do. I know a bit. It has 3 heads, of course. One of them is a woolly ram, one's a snow leopard, and one's a white dragon.
Ugh.
This is kind of cute.
That's not what I would call it.
Well, that sounds horrifying. I'm afraid I don't know much about Chimera. Sounds like... based on the snow leopard and white dragon thing, it sounds like you would be particularly effective against an Aklep.
Mm-hmm.
But that's me making giant assumptions, so who's to say?
Rolling over that check that you did a moment ago, with the additional information, you would guess that this creature probably has a cold breath weapon, and you rolled pretty well. You don't know. I'll give you one other piece of information. I'll let you choose. Do you want to know about any immunities or weaknesses or resistances, or do you want to know about maybe one of its more interesting abilities?
I would like to know its weakness.
None.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Oh no.
It has no particular weaknesses.
I just think Griffica probably won't like him. But I think the Vare could probably help the following, and maybe the following won't mind Lou so much if we bring him Vare too.
Oh, well, and also, this could be a good outing for us to get to know Lou and Lou's abilities. Lou, do you have are you okay with the idea of fighting a chimera?
I'll be honest, I'm not thrilled. But, if it, I feel like friends should help each other out. I want to be a friend, so of course I'll help. I can do useful things. I can do some magic.
Excellent. Corgo, how do you feel about fighting a chimera?
I don't know what it is. Can we eat it?
Probably.
Does my nature check tell me if we can eat a chimera?
Yeah, you could eat it.
Nice. Oh, why not? It kills people when it's edible. We can fight that.
Those are your 2 requirements, Corgo. Kills people and is edible.
I feel what else do you need? Yeah.
Just for the record, I am not edible, so please don't fight me.
We actually break the bones apart and eat bone marrow.
Okay, well, please don't. I think I need that, probably.
Everything's edible, buddy. You just gotta find it. Hey, are you naked?
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
That won't do it all. That won't do it all.
There aren't any bits that need to be covered that we would consider rude to be shown, and I assume cold won't bother you, Lou.
Nope. Cold doesn't bother me. Rain doesn't bother me. Yeah, I have no skin, no organs, nothing to hide.
It's just about the shockingness of it. I mean, it'd be one thing if you were like, just a skull hanging out of a jacket, but you're just getting this full-blown skeleton thing going.
At this, Aklep is nodding and once again is kind of brandishing his cloak.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta wear some clothes, bud.
Well, I didn't get a chance to pick any up. So if you guys have any spares, I'll put them on. If it makes you feel better.
I have a cloak that I don't usually wear. It's going to be a bit small on you, so probably just like a half cloak. But you could use that until we find other options, if you would like.
I can give it a shot. Sure, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I got winter clothes too that I don't need right now. You can just cover up, bud, Mr. Bones. Bones, Lou.
You can call me Lou.
Okay.
But you can call me Bones too, if it makes you feel comfortable. I'm not picky.
A little bit, actually. Yeah, that's my recommendation. You gotta wear some clothes.
Okay, I can do that.
We have a montage of dressing the skeleton.
Classic 80s makeover scene.
Yep.
We try a wig, but we're like, no.
Yeah, wigs too much. Yeah, I mean, with some clothes on, you just look like a skinny Jonesy. It's not a big deal. But, I mean, fully dead, it's not a good look.
Do you feel okay in the clothes, Lou? Can still move effectively? Don't feel hampered?
Lou kind of does a spin, kind of like does a couple of lunges.
Yeah, this is fine.
Oh, nice.
It feels weird. I haven't worn clothes before.
Sure, it would be a strange sensation, I imagine.
You probably did in life.
That's true. I doubt I was just walking around naked when I was alive.
It does tend to be frowned upon.
What about your magic? Like, how does that work? Do you use like the blood of children or what?
What? No, why would I need that?
I don't know. You were probably a necromancer. You're probably evil.
What? Okay, again, rude. But no, I don't do that. In fact, you know what? I have good magic. I can heal people. So there.
That's always appreciated.
Oh.
Also, I can't imagine that necromancers typically raise other necromancers. I feel like they probably go for the non-necromancers for their raisings.
I'm unprepping all of my healing spells. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice. So wait, you heal people? Wait, how do you forget everything about yourself but you remember magic? I bet magic's not actually that hard, is it?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I was just kind of raised to it, maybe. Or maybe the necromancer did something to me. But I have a feeling I was less like a person to him and more like a tool that he used to store stuff. Maybe he stored enough magic in me that I can just do it now.
Oh.
I can heal things. I can also hurt things.
Well, I would imagine necromancers tend to get in a good number of scrapes, and so having somebody around who can heal them is probably quite helpful.
Pretty much. I healed him. I carried his stuff. Sometimes I would attack people for him when he told me to. You know, back then I didn't really have a whole lot of control over what I did.
Now you're free. Cool.
Yeah, well, that ends now. Let us know if there's anything that you would like. If we can help you realize your full potential in this new unlife.
I mean, honestly, it's just nice not to be alone. It's nice to have someone I can talk to who can actually talk back. Because the animals, they don't really, they listen, but they don't really talk back. The necromancer never talked to me. And the zombie, terrible conversationalist.
All right.
That's funny.
Well, this day has taken quite a turn. We have a new friend, and we're going to help you kill a chimera, Vare.
When Lou hears you say that you have a new friend, he kind of does the happy jumping up and down with glee kind of a thing.
Vare says, "All right. I suppose we should get going then. We're wasting daylight."
All right. I assume you can lead the way there. We are obviously not familiar with this area.
Certainly. And she begins marching up the mountainside. I assume you're going to follow.
Yeah. Zanka's gonna keep an eye on Lou for now. Just, new person. Make sure they're not double-crossing or anything. But yeah, feels pretty trusting towards them.
Okay.
He's just walking along with the party with a spring in the step.
We let everyone else join the broken tusk. Wolves, giant beavers, skeletons. Maybe we'll get a dragon next. Or a chimera. Cool.
All right, so Vare leads you deeper into the mountains. It is rocky and steep, and you feel more exposed than you were among the trees, which provided some cover.
Yeah.
Now, I have some bad news. For this particular group, I have some really bad news, because the chimera's lair is up a steep mountainside.
God, more climbing.
And I need a climbing check.
I have climbing tools to assist with this.
You do. Those are great for keeping people from falling. So what we really need is someone to make a check while carrying those tools, and then you can use them to let other people climb up without falling.
Yeah, I think that Corco is the best at climbing.
Yeah, you need an athletics check.
Yeah.
There's no way this could be an acrobatics check?
Per the rules as written in the book I'm looking at, no.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't me then.
Hey, come on, Sanka. Let somebody else be good at something for once.
What? Yep, this is all you, Corgo. This is not my area of expertise. I believe in you. I think you'll do great.
That's, yeah, the worst that could happen to me is I die, and then Mr. Bones brings me back as a Bones number 2.
I don't...
Okay, to be clear, I cannot do that, but I will say that being undead is not all that bad.
Oh, maybe you can climb. You probably don't even get hurt when you fall.
No, I still get hurt. I still have bones, they can still break.
Probably more easily without the outside, coverings.
Yeah, you got the skins and the muscles and stuff.
Right.
Corgo, you're looking up this cliff. It is 60 feet high. And Vare has informed you that at the top is the Chimera's cave. Now, ideally, you would try to be stealthy sneaking up to a Chimera's cave, but there's really not any way to do that here while climbing a cliff using some pitons to secure a rope.
Well, maybe, Vare, what do you know about this thing? Does it go hunting at night or something? Can we wait till it leaves and then go up there and hide in the cave wait for it to come back and ambush it, or what?
Far as I know, it hunts both day and night, and I don't even know if it's there now.
Okay. Let me get all my stuff here. Got my pitons and my other whatever. Rope. Cool. Okay, I need...
Does anyone want to try to help him somehow?
Okay, I have a +7 athletics. Does anybody else have better?
I don't. I can cast guidance on him.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
What does that do?
That's a +1, right?
Aclep, I assume.
Yeah. No. Got nothing.
I got a hero point, too, so we're good to go.
I will attempt to help, but I fail with a 10. Is this... We're pretty close. It's 1 hero point per session.
Correct.
So I'm going to use my hero point.
Okay.
Try for better than 10.
That's terrible climbing advice, Zanka.
And I will cast guidance on Corgo.
20. You're right. Look, there's a really excellent handhold there.
That makes a lot more sense.
All right, and so with a 20 and a guidance, that's a +2 to this check for a total of what did you say, +7 already, so +9 athletics?
Oh, no, that was me who had a +7.
Oh, okay. What's
He's got
Corgo's
more
bonus
than
to
that.
athletics?
13, so I'm got 15 right now.
+15, wow.
Ready to go.
Wait,
Hey,
wait, before you roll.
what?
So it's got heightened +2, and we know Aclep's cantrips are automatically heightened.
Oh, yeah.
So this would be a +2.
That's actually a +2. So
Okay.
you actually have a +16 to this check.
What? This is insane. All right, somebody give me some more rope. My rope's only 50 feet long, and this is 60 feet. And if my math is correct, 60 feet is a little bit more than 50.
Well done, it
Aclep
is.
can supply his rope.
Okay. So now you have a really long rope. And Corgo begins climbing. Corgo, give me a athletics check with a +16 bonus.
Okay. 19 total.
Oof.
Okay.
So
I'm going to ask you, do you want to go with that, or do you want to hero point it?
I don't know. 19's still pretty good, but
19's pretty good.
I
But
rolled
that's a 3. So, chances of you getting higher...
Well, it's 60 feet, so he's probably going to ask me to roll multiple times.
No, it's just going to be one check. GM's note. It is not supposed to be just one check. As we'll see in a future episode, player characters are supposed to make one check to move 5 feet. So I was extremely generous here.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'm definitely using my hero point.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Voice in the Sky. Redoing
Anytime, Corgo.
this roll. That's awesome. Yep. All right. Second roll's a 33.
There we go.
Oh, I lost my footing. I'm going to die. He's still right next to the floor. He's like, oh, I'm good.
You're
good.
not even above my head yet.
I'm just freaking out. I think I ate a weird mushroom earlier. I'm good. I'm going.
So Corgo begins climbing, and he gets all the way up to the rim of this cliff, the edge of this cliff, and puts that piton in there. He's got the rope dangling down from it, It's an impressive physical feat getting all the way up this cliff, and he reaches the top, and that will make it much easier for all of you, the rest of you, to get up there. However, as he climbs his way over the lip of this cliff, immediately facing him as he reaches the top is a giant 3-headed monster staring right at him, growling and snarling, and he's alone at the top of this cliff. I guess we'll find out what happens in 2 weeks.
Well,
Cruel.
thanks for listening to Broken Tusk Rising. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at The House of Bob, or by chatting with us on Discord, and most of all, by supporting us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. This show is possible to all of our patrons, who get one-shots, commentary, and other cool stuff. Art for this campaign is by Sean Makes, and art for social media, audio production, and music are by Mike. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
So we're back at the campsite, which I have somehow spelled campasite. Interesting.
Well, we're back down to 3 members, I guess. 4 for so briefly.
I want to be Bones, too.
The all-skeleton crew. I mean, the time is now. I might die this next session.
Yep, get it done while you can.
There is something that Lou has not told you all that is very important to know before combat.
Don't heal
So
him.
this will be fun.
Yeah, this is going to be
Excellent.
exciting.